Hey everybody, we're back, and right now I'm at Amazon.com on the bestsellers page. Easy way to find it is just go to Google and type in Amazon bestsellers. That'll take you to this page, and you'll see all of the bestsellers here in all of the different departments. For example, here are the top selling toys and games. Here's the top three in electronics, cameras and photos. I mean, sometimes I feel like I'm so out of the loop with certain bestsellers simply just because um, as time goes by, your interests change, and maybe you really don't care about what the bestsellers in clothing are anymore. You don't have kids or whatever the case may be. So if we click on any of these, you can see, okay, here's the bestsellers in beauty. Men's razors, the Gillette Fusion manual, $34. Here's a Philips multi-groomer kit here. Uh, okay, you can just see everything at a glance. A lot easier doing it on Amazon than going into a store. It's a lot easier sometimes doing research on Amazon. Even if you don't like reading, they have all the pictures here that you can look at. Um, okay, and then in each department there are subgroups: bath and shower, fragrance, gift sets. So let's go back here and okay, let's take a look at books. Okay, so under the books you see here are all of the departments that you have. So you already know that there are certain um, categories that are a lot more popular than others. So if I was going to build an online business writing, just to take a look at some of these categories here that are in Amazon. Science fiction and fantasy, self-help, romance, religion and spirituality. Those are top selling niches that you can write books for going on into infinity. I mean, if you go to a regular physical bookstore, you'll notice that those sections, that there's just a ton of books, a ton of authors in those sections. Um, let's take a look up here. Of course, business and money, a huge category. If I click on that, we can see under business and money all of the subcategories from accounting to women in business. Let's just click on women in business. Okay, right now, women work and the will to, I don't know what will is to do what. Let's see. And the will to lead. Okay, so here's the top selling book, and if you click inside, you'll see what the categories are or what the subject matter is. Okay, success and likability. Make your partner a real partner. The myth of doing it all. Okay, so the information actually may be general information, but she's targeting women. It's coming from a woman's perspective, and it's a bestseller. 3,634 customer reviews right now, and it almost has about 5 stars. Okay, let's look personal finance. That's another huge. Okay, Dr. Stephen. Oh no, it's not Dr. Stephen. It's Stephen Levitt. Levitt. $1.99. Personal finance. Strength finders. I've seen this one around in the stores. The 7 habits of highly effective people. This one has been around forever. This is an audio. Here's the paperback here. Who knows how many times that book has been rewritten and updated, but that was a bestseller. The point is that you can go through the Amazon bestsellers and you can find what people are interested in. So on one side of the coin, you have people telling you should find a niche, a narrow niche where not a lot of people are looking, and that way you can become popular in that niche. But on the reverse side of that, maybe there's a reason why there's not a whole lot of people focusing on that. There's a reason why people focus on topics like business and money, or finance, personal finance, or real estate. There's a reason why, because people buy products in that particular market all the time on an ongoing basis. Take self-help. That's another interesting topic where sometimes people buy books in that niche their entire lives. Maybe they never benefit from the books, but they buy the books. Or any of these topics here, like science fiction and fantasy or romance. These best-selling topics or areas that markets where people spend money regularly, those are the markets you want to get involved in. I mean, why would you want to get involved in a small market like, well, let me tell you from my own experience. I was in the professional boxing niche for years. I still am. I do it more of a hobby and of a love for the fighters of the and the history of the sport and all the action that surrounds the big time boxing matches. I've done that for my whole life, but I can't build a business in that niche. Now maybe if I invested everything that I had into that niche, I got popular enough in the niche where I was interviewed by some top publications and some top news outlets. So, as a matter of fact, I was contacted by CBS News in New York when Reuben Hurricane Carter passed away about a year ago. So the point I'm trying to make is there's a reason why not everybody's going into the boxing niche, right? The reason is because there's all of these other niches that are 100 times as big, where there's a vast greater number of people who are spending money regularly all the time, each and every month, on buying products in those niches. Golf is another good example. People don't just buy a set of golf clubs and that's it. They keep on investing money in additional equipment, clothing, training, and that sort of thing. Parenting and relationships, another thing where people aren't just going to buy one book, they're going to buy more books. So you can look at all these categories. Children's books, that's a huge market there. So take a look at the Amazon bestsellers. If you're looking to sell a physical product online, you can do the same thing on Amazon. For example, here, the bestsellers, let's say I decide to click on home and kitchen, and you can see what's hot right now. Here's an indoor humidity monitor, a Betty Crocker 3-tier oven rack. All of these things are hot. So if you're the type of person that you want to invest in a physical product and sell it online, or become an affiliate for somebody who's selling a similar product, then right here's all the information you already need. All of the research can be done right from your desktop. I'm the type of person that, I don't want to spend my whole life on a computer. I'd rather go out and do some physical research, I guess you'd call it, where I'm actually picking up a product, looking at it, talking to somebody about it, maybe getting more information on it. I do that a lot with bookstores because I like to be involved in different markets with information products. I'm in several different markets. So you have to decide what's right for you. Maybe selling an information product isn't the way you want to go. Maybe you want to go a physical product. But I like information because, number one, it's easy to store, it's easy to inventory, it's easy to replicate, it's easy to deliver, and the list just goes on and on and on. Of course, I also enjoy writing. I don't mind doing all the things that go with that type of a product. You may be the exact opposite. So what you decide is up to you. So pick a narrow niche or pick a huge niche that has lots of competition. If you asked me the question 15 years ago, I would have told you pick a little niche that doesn't have a lot of competition in it. Today, I tell you the exact opposite. Go where the money is, and then use that money and invest it in something where your heart really is. For example, recently I heard a story about a pastor who had to put everything he had into a course on improving your marriage, and hardly anybody bought it. And he was really discouraged because that's where his heart was. That was his passion, helping married couples improve their relationships, especially those who were in the midst of struggles or considering divorce. But guess what? He couldn't sell enough of those products to really make a dent in the market. So what he decided to do was go into a market where people were buying and selling, and there was a lot of transactions happening each and every day, one of these huge markets. And then he used his profits from that market to help promote his marriage course, because he was never going to make enough money directly. There are people that are the exceptions to the rule. Maybe you'll be an exception, but the average person, it's just bad advice, in my opinion, at this point in time, to not go where the money is, not go where the products are moving. I mean, a lot of these things, even if you take a moral stance, I don't want to do anything that's illegal, immoral, or unethical. And that's absolutely great. None of these products fit the illegal, immoral, or unethical category. These are just things that people use every day. These are areas that people have interest in. And this is where you can make the most money. Because at the end of the day, it's not about the money so much as it is what you do with the money. Because you can support a lot of great causes, you can help a lot of people, but the money has to be there first. And if you're, writing a product or have something that has to do with hydroponic gardening in your basement during the winter time, I actually know somebody that got involved in that niche. I didn't just pull that out of my hat. And there were some people that were really interested in that. I actually was interested in it, but not to the point where I was going to invest in all the equipment and actually do it. So a friend of mine, he had just a lot. He had all the equipment. He wound up growing tomatoes in his basement and selling them to local restaurants. But it just didn't. I mean, it was an area that he loved and he had a passion for and an interest for. He could talk to you about it for hours, but it just wasn't something that he could build a viable business around, especially in a time when the financial climate was unsteady at best. These are things that take a look at some of these things that people buy all the time that never really go out of style and build a business around that. Then you can take those profits and invest them in whatever you want. If you want to support a mission work in Africa, then you'll have the money to do it. If you want to help send somebody to college, you'll have the money to do it. You're not going to do it if you pick a narrow niche and you're just making a little bit of money here and there. You're not going to be able to pay your monthly bills making some money here and there. And if that's really all you care about, then that's fine. You don't have to build a business. You can do it just like other people do. Every once in a while they put something up on the internet and it sells every now and then. Sometimes they get a bunch of sales, they're not sure why, and then there's nothing for a while. But at the end of the year, was it worth it? Only you can answer that question. That's it for now. Thanks for listening. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Tell me a little bit about what you're building or what you hope to build, and then we'll build more on this in the next video.